Hi, this is Balinkosi and you're watching Joburg Today.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Joburg Today. I'm your host, Leroy Viaggi. For those of you who may not know Brandon Phillips, he is a well-respected South African orchestra conductor with years of experience in the field. And Joburg Today had the opportunity to sit down with the man to find out his life on the podium. Brandon Phillips, it is great to have you in studio.
Good to be here, thank you.
Now let's talk about how you got started as an orchestra conductor. What happened?
Well, it wasn't my plan to become one, firstly. I started conducting basically in church, with the children, conducting children's choirs and small ensembles. At the same time, when the Len van Zyl competition was established in Cape Town, I then applied for that. At the time, I worked with the CPO as a sub-principal bassoonist. That was my full-time job. And my CEO, Louis Heinemann, said, listen, I think you should go, try it out, win the competition. And then I filled in the application form by having a bit of experience. Did the competition. And I didn't know I'm going to make it to the final round. So that was a shock for me. And then I had another meeting with my CEO and he says, now you have to win the competition. So I'm like, oh gosh, you have pressure from your boss and just that support. And unfortunately, I won the competition because I put a lot of time in for this final round, memorizing the music, and I mean that was the only way I could win this competition because we had two contestants against me, and we were on the same level basically. So the only way for me personally that I thought, hey, if you memorize the music, so it was like 2 to 3 sleepless nights, stay awake, so I would call it. And that's how I won the competition, and that's how conducting started for me, because the orchestra then, the CEO then gave me some podium time, and he said, okay, you can do some work with us as a conductor, and that's when I got experience. And
now, when you're on stage and everyone's watching you, both the orchestra and the audience, what's that experience like for you?
You're afraid, man. You're afraid. No, I mean, look. It's art. It's part of what we do. Yes, you have thousands of people sitting in the audience, but it all boils down to why they're there. Why are we here? So on stage, we're going to make the music alive. We're going to bring music to the audience, and good music to the audience. And that's my goal. Our goal as musicians is to touch hearts and souls. So that's why I think. You're nervous, yes. Anyone would be nervous. But once the downbeat is placed, that nerves are gone.
Do you ever have a bad day on stage where you just say, I really want to quit? Do you ever get those type of situations?
A lot of times. No, you get musicians that say, that was fantastic, and you go like, only if you knew. I was winging that part, just faking it. But yes, I mean, you get moments on stage where things really, at the moment, I mean, you can rehearse as much as you want to, but that split moment of anything could go wrong, and then you have to just depend on your musicians and have faith and pray to the man above to bring everything together. It happened to me a few times where you in the mode of playing a piece, conducting a piece, and then suddenly something goes wrong. Soloist or whatever just skips a bar or something, and then automatically the orchestra just figures it out and they're together. Or you just say like, figure 2, and then everyone's together. But afterwards, I don't kick myself that much, because things happen.
Now, before the interview, we were sitting down and we were having a really amazing chat. You talked about the burden and the stresses and strains of actually having to travel and what that does to your family. Run me through that.
Look, I mean, you're leaving your family, your children and your family, and it's your job to do what you do, your profession, So it's just 50-50, that you feel good at the end of a concert, but you're like, okay, your family's at home, you have to fly back, or, you're traveling so much. You need that support. So if you have a wife that's supporting you, it makes things easier.
Let's talk about the caliber of conductors here in South Africa. Is the pool big enough? is the experience great enough to actually compete with those overseas?
There's not much South African conductors around. I mean, we have a few good ones as well, but yes, I think they can compete overseas. I'm pretty sure about that, and so can the orchestras in South Africa as well.
I suppose a lot of people then ask that one cringy question: does it pay?
Well, if you're well known, if you're well known, yes, it could. You could make a living of it, but it depends. Your growth as a conductor, basically, you need to have an agent. You need to really sell yourself in the sense of marketing yourself. So, if you have that behind you, yes, with marketing becomes the support of, does this guy know his work? Do we want him to work with the orchestra, or do we feel that, that oneness of, okay, we're making music and he can take us to a level and produce good music. So it's a choice of what the company needs as whoever's hiring you. But it's very difficult as a conductor. Like I said, there's a few conductors out there. We, as conductors, we practice in the mirror, we listen to the pieces, then we go to rehearsals. We don't rehearse with the orchestra at home in our bedroom, whatever, We don't have an orchestra to work with every day. So when we study, we have a score. We have some recordings that we can listen to. We have some history that we can listen to, read up, and trying to put your blueprint down. When you go to the orchestra, then you need to know what's happening. And then your rehearsal takes place. So it's very difficult for a conductor to actually be well prepared. You never know what happens on the rehearsals.